Hey, how's it going? So today we're going to be working on a set of postures and movements that are designed to help stretch the body, stretch the fascia and the muscles. They're going to help to open the energy channels and also to help strengthen the body, including the arms and the legs. So we're going to start out as we usually do, but we're going to spend a little bit of time in our Wuji posture. So let's just go ahead. All right, so as we've learned through past videos, we're going to go into our Wuji posture. Take a big deep breath. Remember, we're going to float the bones, let the bones rise, that thread pulling the bones up, and then we're going to allow the flesh to sink down, so all of your muscles, fascia, internal organs, allowing it just to sink, relax, allowing it to draw away from the bones. Knees are slightly bent, the weight is equally distributed across the feet, and we're just breathing big deep breaths. We're breathing from the belly, so expanding the belly when we inhale, like that little balloon is expanding in the belly, and then let it come back. We are relaxing the shoulders and the chest. Very good. And then we're just also going to allow the mind to be absorbed into the body. Good. So we're just going to breathe, take a couple more breaths before we actually start the practice. Feel yourself nice and centered and grounded. Feel your connection with the earth. Allow the pelvis to drop away from the head. Very good. All right, now that we've done a little bit of Wuji, we're going to go into our opening sequence. So we're just allowing the hands to rise and fall. Good, just breathing, inhaling, expanding the belly, exhaling, letting the hands drop. We're rising from the center mass, so we're lifting up the head is pulling up the pelvis, and then as we lower, the pelvis is pulling the head down. Good. Good. We go back into our Wuji. Excellent. So now we're going to start in our first series of movements. We're going to start, we're in Wuji. As we inhale, we lower, and then we exhale, we're pressing out. And this is called presenting the pestle. So as you inhale and draw down, I want you to imagine you're gathering, and then as you exhale, you're expanding. So it's almost like you have a big balloon, in your arms. But it's not just within your arms. I want you to imagine that every molecule of your body is expanding and opening outwards. So you're just really expanding and opening. So inhale, contracting, and then exhale. If you can go on the tiptoes, that's great. If not, just stay on your feet. Don't worry about it. Good. So we inhale. We're just drawing the hands up and down. So we do this weaving motion here to draw everything together. And now our second part of presenting the pestle, we're going straight out. So you're imagining that there's two ropes attached to your wrists. They're being pulled out. So you're feeling that stretches all the way from the arms, through the elbows, through the wrists. And even imagine little threads are attached to your fingers. So your fingers are being pulled. Good, and you're opening up. And again, if you can be on your tiptoes, that's great. So we inhale And then we exhale, we're opening, expanding out. We're keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed though. Even though we're opening up the arms, we're keeping the shoulders relaxed. Good, and we're going to weave, like that weaving motion to just join everything together. And our next one, this is the third part, we're going all the way up. So now we're literally on the rack, and we are pressing up with the hands. Imagine that the hands are being pulled, like from the wrists, are being pulled up. Good. If you can go on tiptoes, great. If not, it's fine. So we inhale and then we exhale and expand upwards. Good, big expansion. One more. Pressing up, presenting the pestle. Very good. Bring our hands up and down, weaving, just kind of combining all these movements into one long flowing movement. All right, we're going to do, this is called 9 ghosts drawing swords. And so we're drawing down to one side. You're mirroring me, it's fine. But we're folding from the hip, and we're bringing the chest towards the knee rather than pulling the head towards the knee. We're drawing the chest, and then we're just rolling back. So I'm not really, pulling my back so much as I'm rotating in my spine to open up the chest. Good, we're coming back to center. Now we're going to do it with the other side. Good, bring the hands up and down. So we draw the chest down towards the thigh. Nice and gentle, opening up the lower back. Take a nice breath there, and as you come back up, we're just kind of, as I said, rotating the muscles around the spine rather than just really trying to crimp the back or anything. We're rotating around the spine. Good. Coming back to center. Okay, great. So now we're going to go up into our Mabu stance, which is horseback riding stance. So we're do a wider stance, and you can do as wide as you feel comfortable. We're going to go ahead and bring our hands up. This is just the classic Zhan or standing post you might have heard about, you might have done before. But we have a nice strong stance. Keep in mind that we really want to have the shoulders relaxed. So we're not tensing the shoulders, or we're holding that. And we're doing the same kind of application, that we are floating the bones, allowing the bones to be they're lifted, and then the flesh, everything that's not bone, all the muscle and tendon, internal organs, everything else is dropping down. Breathing from the belly. And with this entire sequence we're doing, I have it classified as intermediate, and because we're doing about 2-minute standing postures here. So if for any reason you don't feel like doing 2 minutes and that's too much for you, then just do as much as you feel comfortable. If you feel like doing it for 20 seconds and you need to take a break, then go ahead and take a break. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you can keep it for the 2 minutes, that's great. And just do what your body is telling you to do. Very good. We go ahead and weave this together. Excellent. So now we're raising the hands, and this is called exhaling with head raised. So we drop the hands down as we exhale. We inhale, we raise up the hands. Then exhale, we bring the hands down to around the knees. And now we're going to inhale as we draw the hands up. And then exhale as we open the chest. And we inhale as we do that little rotation in the shoulders. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, raising up. Exhale, open the chest. That little arm rotation, shoulder rotation. Inhale and exhale, coming down. Inhale, drawing up the sides, and then exhale down. Very good. Very good. Now weaving it back, so we're bringing the hands up and down. So now we're going back out into Mabu, into something that we call the Sumo squat. So we're having a nice deep stance like a sumo wrestler. And the way that we're doing this is we are using our elbows, and our whole upper body is pretty much being held by the knees. I'm going to go to the side here so you can see. So I'm dropping my weight from my shoulders. My whole trunk is dropped down through the knee, through the long bone of the foot, and into the ground. But we want to have this 90-degree angle. If you can bring your hands, your elbows off your knees, that's another level. But when we start out, we want to just be able to contain that weight. And then we are always releasing the pelvis. So we're just allowing the pelvis to drop towards the ground, towards the floor, which allows us to open the qua. And you can kind of use your shoulders and your elbows to support the weight. And then if you feel comfortable, kind of releasing that weight, allowing more of the weight to move into your qua, to drop you down further, you can do that too. And again, as I said, these are, intermediate, so they're, a little bit tricky. They take a little bit of stamina. So if you feel like taking a break, you can always put your hands down on the floor like this, and you can support your weight this way. Just putting your hands on the ground. Allow the weight to pass into the ground through the hands. Good, we're coming back up. Excellent. All right, now we're going into a movement from the 5 animal frolics. This is called Deer in Winter. So we exhale, we're shifting weight, we inhale, and we're going to make our little antlers here. I step out, and then I'm pivoting on that foot, and I'm turning and looking behind. The deer is with his antlers looking behind. As that's an exhale, I'm inhaling as I come back. I step back, and then I exhale as I come down. Good. So I'm going to show it a little bit closer up. So we inhale, I'm shifting weight. Exhale. I inhale. Exhale. I inhale. And here I'm making my little antlers. I step out, and now as I exhale, I twist and turn and looking behind as I'm exhaling. So open, the whole spine is being opened up here. And then I inhale as I come back, and then exhale as I come down. Very good. Inhale and exhale. We're shifting that weight. Inhale. Good. Returning as we exhale, release all the way back. Nice twist in the spine. And we come back to center. Good. Back into our one more here. So we exhale as we're coming around with our antlers, looking behind. Very good. So now going into our next move. Now we're going into traditional squat, or it could be called Asian squat or traditional squats. But you're just going to sink down as much as you can. Again, maybe for some of us it might be a little difficult, so just, be compassionate with yourself and just do as much as you feel comfortable. If you can go all the way down, then great. And then what we'll do is we place our hands and we just raise up the pelvis. And I'm actually locking my knees as I go up to really emphasize that stretch all the way up the hamstrings. And go back into the squat for a few moments. Breathe. Good. Just relaxing if you can. And then I'm coming up. I'm locking my knees if I can too, and I'm opening up. So really open the lower back. So exhale, and then I come back into the squat. And again, if that's too much time for you to do this, then just take a break. Do as much as you can, take a break, and kind of just, sit the rest of it out, and you can join me on the next exercise. Do what feels right for you. I'm going to do one more. Good. Now we roll up, and I'm going to roll my shoulders back. Good. Bring the arms up and down. Now we're doing a set. This is called Lotus Dao Yin. So we start out. We have our palms up. As I inhale, I open the chest. And then as I exhale, I bring it back. My pinkies are touching. And then I'm going to inhale, rotate my hands, exhale. And I'm going to inhale and exhale back down. I'm going to do this a little closer so you can see what's going on. So I inhale, I open the chest. I'm pulling my palms away from each other. Exhale, I'm touching my pinkies here. Then I inhale, I'm rotating my hands to where the thumbs touch, and I go all the way to the back. And I'm making these two little symbols there. Those are for the lotus. And I'll do it from the side so you can see what's going on too. So we inhale. exhale. Inhale and exhale. So we're opening up the wrists. And then I inhale and come back down to exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Go ahead and weave. We're going out to Mabu again. This time we're doing something that is known as the Cossack squat. The Cossack squat, this is really an amazing squat to help to stretch the hamstrings. And also what it can be used for is when we're doing our snake creeps down. This is a wonderful stretch to learn to really get some depth and to improve your snake creeps down when we're doing that in our Tai Chi form. But first of all, we're just stretching side to side. Again, this might be a little intense for some, so you just go as low as you feel comfortable. You know, don't kill yourself. This is not boot camp. We're just moving some energy and doing a little bit of stretching. If you can get down, that's great. Another thing that we want to try to do is get both heels down on the ground too. I'm just shifting my weight over side to side. You can use your hands as you are flipping from side to side. If you need to use the weight of your hands to carry your body across, you can do that too. And then if you want to bring your torso up to deepen that stretch too, you can do that. So you can use your arms as you go back and forth. Ideally though, you want to be able to use the power of the thighs. So this is really, conditioning the legs, the thighs here, that you can make that transition nice and easy, going back and forth. Very good. And coming up, back up again. Okay, and now we're going into what we call pressing wood. So we are in that horse stance, the Mabu, and I'm pushing out with both my arms. So the experience here is that you're pressing out from the shoulders, you're pressing out towards, the exterior, you're pressing out with your elbows, and you're pressing out with your palms out. And it's almost, you want to imagine if you could take your fingertips and you could stretch them all the way back to where they touched your forearms. That's how open you want your palms to be. So we're really pressing out. Imagine that you're pressing from your armpit all the way through your elbow and through the palm of your hand, pressing out. One thing that I want to say is you want to make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed here. So even though this is pretty intense, I know, but your arms are locked out and they're pretty strong, but your shoulders, you want to make sure that they're nice and relaxed. Just release the shoulders out as you're doing this. Once again, you do this as much as you feel comfortable. If you need to take a break, take a break. Good. Now we come back. Do that last weave. Excellent. We pop back up. Good. So now we're kind of closing down. Some big deep breaths. Exhale, release down. Big deep breath. So again, we allow the center mass to drop down. Inhale, let's bring the hands up. Exhale, draw down. Closing. Very good. In this last few breaths, as we exhale, we're going to bring the hands down, then just completely exhaust the lungs. So let it out. So just completely exhaust. And do this one more time. As we exhale, completely exhaust the lungs and press down. And now we're just slipping back into Wuji to allow the mind just to gently listen to the body. Very good. Coming back and just ending now, we're going to close out with shake it out. Shake it all out. Good. Shake out the fingers. Rub the hands. And then place the hands on the eyes. Draw it across the head and shake it out. Good. So shake. Put the palms on the eyes, bring it across behind the ears and shaking out. One more time. And shake it out. Very good. You guys did amazing. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.